Question 7, Ruth Maguire.
To ask the Scottish Government how it uses international engagement to help increase understanding of human rights worldwide.
Cabinet Secretary.
As a good global citizen, the Scottish Government is committed to protecting democracy, the rule of law and human rights across the world. Indeed, Scotland was one of the first countries in the world to endorse the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and they are fully embedded in our national performance framework. International engagement allows us to share our experiences across a wide range of policy areas and demonstrate the link between social and economic inequalities and human rights. For example, our Climate Justice Fund recognises that the adverse impacts of climate change often fall most severely on those whose rights are already under threat from existing inequalities. Our contribution to the Women in Conflict Fellowship enables training for women from countries of conflict so they can play an integral role in the peace process. Since 2017, we've provided scholarship to over 4,000 children in Pakistan, enabling their right to education. And applicants for our international development funding in Malawi, Zambia and Rwanda are required to show how the project is taking a human rights-based approach to development.
Ruth Maguire.
I appreciate that answer. Spain's conviction of Catalan leaders Jordi Sànchez and Jordi Cuixart for sedition has been labelled by Amnesty International as in violation of human rights. Amnesty argue that an overly broad interpretation by Spain of the crime of sedition has resulted in criminalising legitimate acts of protest, violating the rights of freedom of expression and peaceful assembly. I agree with them. In the current climate where people's rights are under threat across the globe, does the Cabinet Secretary agree it's more important than ever that Scotland uses our influence wherever possible and acts as an example of best practice when it comes to protecting and enhancing human rights here and globally?
Cabinet Secretary.
Yes, I do. The Scottish Government will always seek to raise human rights with foreign governments, including the Spanish Government, when opportunities arise. We advocate the benefits of a rights-based approach and have placed the respect for human rights at the heart of our national performance framework. We can, of course, learn from others. We regularly seek to engage with human rights defenders overseas and to share our knowledge and experience from them. But at a time in a turbulent world where many people's rights in many countries are under threat, we in Scotland must stand in solidarity with those that seek freedom and justice through dialogue and democracy.